Ah, hello everybody. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I was trying to get Hello. I'm pretty good. I was trying to do dailies and stuff in PGR before stream. And then my stomach decided to have a stomachache, so it's fine now. I don't know why, it was very sudden stomachache that went away very quickly. But here we are. Time to continue the story. I think I have everything set up. I will find out very quickly. Apparently. Oh, I can't stop it on the drop. That'd be rude. But I'll start to open up the game. I'll let this one play to the end, and then I'll end the music and we can just listen to the game. I can't remember this chapter. Some of the earlier chapters were really quiet. Hopefully this chapter has lots of background music. Oh, I forgot there was 2 drops in this song. Switch to the right account. What's the total number of chapters? It's 33, 34 chapters, but some of those are side chapters. The newest chapter is chapter 28, but like last time we did chapter 9 EX1, EX2, there's an 11 EX. There's a 25 EX. I think that's all of them, so I guess there'd be 32. If you include all the EX chapters. On top of that, there's some chronicles that are like side stories. There's some other side stories. There's a lot of story to the game. Plus, there's a few hundred chapters of manga. And some of that manga is covered in the game, but not much of it. Very little of it is actually in the game. Okay, let's not play the sad music. Let's switch to game view. Where's my model? Game. There we go. Hello. But yeah, 32 in-game playable chapters in the story. Oh, announcement. That silences music. Oh, finished the login event on this account. Yay. I'll have to get it on my other one. But let me turn music back on, because it is terrifyingly quiet. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot, and I'll 100% admit, when it comes to the story, the first, like, 5 chapters aren't very good. The first 3 are a bit better than 4 and 5, because they remade the first 3 chapters. But the first chapter is very much a tutorial. It does have some story to it if you pay attention, but it's a tutorial. The second and third one kind of set up the story. The fourth one, it has story, but it's really poorly done. It's one of those things where it's like, here's some story, now go fight something that has nothing to do with the story. Like, the gameplay doesn't make sense in Chapter 4. And Chapter 5 is kind of experimental. Chapter 6 is when the story starts to get really good. And it just goes up in quality as time goes on. But yeah, if you have a PC, you can play it on PC. It runs really well on PC, but if you have to play it on phone, hopefully it runs well on your phone. You can turn down the settings if you need to. It does have actually, I don't know. I wonder, does mobile have settings? Because there is graphics settings on PC. Maybe you can turn stuff down on phone? I don't actually have it on a phone to test. But yeah, all I know is it definitely does not run well on my on my phone. I have tried, I get like 10 FPS on the menu, let alone actually trying to play the game. This one. It's cheap, and this account is poor. Yeah, I would assume it does, but never know. I know some games, they put settings on the PC, and then for phones, they just assume what's gonna work on most phones. Oh, wrong way. This way. Okay, there's most dailies done. Oh. Leggy clicks. Thankfully, dailies in Honkai do not take much time. It's just clicking. Once you unlock them, like these ones you actually have to do them once, but once you get 3 medals, once you completely finish the mission, you can just instantly finish it if you want to. Most of these are like mini games, so you can play them if you want, but you don't have to. But I think I've done most of my resources, most of my stamina. I think I checked and it's like 13, 14 missions for this chapter. So I remember there being... I'm pretty sure there's going to be a decent bit of dialogue. So probably going to take a few hours. We'll see. But yeah, on top of the story stuff, there's these chronicles. I've only done one on this account. But these are like backstory. They're things that either happened before the story or during it. Like this one happens between chapters... I think this is between chapters 6 and 7. Maybe a little later, I'm not sure. Maybe earlier. It's somewhere around there. It's around 4 to 8. Between there, this happens in the story. The rest of them, I think, is before the story. Like, this one is Teresa's backstory. And then eventually you unlock Elysian Realm, which happens after Chapter 25 EX. Most of the other ones are just for fun. Open World, though, is its own side stories. So again, lots of things. Sakura Samsara happens before the game story, but after the 3rd manga, which is called Gratitude Arc. So this is after one of the mangas. A Post-Honkai Odyssey and a Post-Honkai Odyssey 2 are 10 years after the beginning of the game. I think they're 8 years after Chapter 28. But this is like the future of the world after everything. So it gives you hints, but they did a really good job of not spoiling anything. And then Shixel HQ, this happens during chapters 7, 8, 9, I believe. Lots of story. And then if you were ever curious, if you do get into the game, there's a link to the manga here. Just be careful because some of the mangas are a little mixed up on the website, but you can click this, it'll take you to the official website to read the manga. Or you can read it somewhere else, whatever works. But it is time to do story. I think I've done all the daily stuff I need to do. Still have to do this, but I can wait. Hello, Arsham. And I am yet again going to delay. I think tomorrow I'm going to watch a lot of those videos. Maybe I'll watch them at the beginning of stream tomorrow on Twitch. Because I know they released another video. I think it's only like 1 or 2 minutes long. But they released another short video on the Honkai website. It's busting an airplane. Oh boy. But, not much. I was just doing my dailies quickly. Haven't done the story yet. But I was just saying that I'm probably gonna watch a lot of the videos tomorrow on Twitch. The anniversary stream that I didn't see. They released a new anniversary video this morning, it looks like. Can PC players play with Androids? Yes. It's the same accounts. The only one you can't do is if you're on Steam. I personally say Steam was the dumbest idea they did. Don't get the Steam game. Go to the official Honkai website and download the client off their website. Because if you play on Steam, then even though you can play with other people, you can't play on your phone. So you either have to play on the downloaded client and phone, or you can play on Steam, but then you're trapped on Steam. Yeah, it's a big part of why eventually I want to get an upgraded phone so that I can play the game more. Yeah, you can play Steam and you can play with others, but you can't log into a MiHoYo account from Steam, and you can't log into a Steam account from the other clients. So even though you can play with Steam people, you can never change your account from one kind to another. It's a dumb thing. I think like Final Fantasy does it too. If you play Final Fantasy on Steam, you're stuck on Steam. You can't play it anywhere else. I think you can play it on console, but you can't play it on PC anywhere else. But there is co-op modes, a few of them. They're not overly popular, but there's like co-op raids that you can do weekly to get weapons and upgrade mats. And then at a high level, I don't have it on this account, I have it on my other account. But once you pass a high level, you'll unlock a third co-op mode here. That's like a daily you do Monday through Friday to get more materials. And sometimes they do events that are co-op. Silly little things, and there's some competitive events. But yeah, there's not too many co-op things in Honkai. Honkai is mostly just solo and competitive. Oh, is that why they did it? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense if they had to do it that way, but it's still weird. But I know I've seen some Japanese streamers playing Honkai, and it does look like they're all stuck on emulators. So I'm sure getting a PC client on Steam is nice for them. It just sucks because it means if they already played the game, they would have to restart. Oops, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. But Chapter 10, videos, Bianca polls, whatever, tomorrow. Today we do this. Hello, Keeter. Please don't kill anyone in chat. God, it's been so long since I've read much of SCP. I know Bree, I don't know if Bree's here today. Bree might be busy with work or just watching other things. Bree doesn't usually spend too much time on the story streams, but Bree, one of my mods, usually she loves SCP stuff, all the games and whatnot. But here we go. Where we left off, they had rescued an android, well, it wasn't an android, it was a cyborg. A cyborg girl who knows where Kiana is, because she went missing after Chapter 9. And we also were attacked by Grey Serpent, an information broker that we thought died, but then he came back from the dead. He was still alive, hacked the system, and then Cocolia asked for help. So people are split between finding Kiana and having to help Cocolia and protect the Gem of Desire, which Shixel who used to be the good guys but isn't, is trying to steal. Maybe I just play... Well, yeah, maybe I should just play the game. Well, I just realized, why do I still have my music on? Or showing, anyway? Because music isn't actually playing. Let me go boop. There we go. The music isn't actually there, so I'll go do that. But okay, here we go. Chapter 10. No death. Oh, is this when we start getting easy challenges? Oh, let me make sure my controller's working. Controller's working. We good. And why not? Give me experience bonus. Teresa and her crew left Dark City. They hoped to track down Kiana with the data stored in the Ningyo's brain. Cocolia, an enforcer of anti-entropy, later made contact. She wanted Hyperion to meet with her and transfer the Gem of Desire held by a... Oh, this is loud. The Grey Serpent, allegedly dead, hacked into Hyperion's system through the Ningyo. After much chaos, the crew managed to restore, but the Ningyo remained unconscious. The girls have yet to decide what to do next. Restored control of the system. Got cut off because really loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a little loud. I was trying to speak up so that you could hear me. I need to turn cutscene volume down and hope it works. Some of the old cutscenes, the volume settings don't work. I don't know if they do on this chapter. I'm gonna try and fix it. But hopefully it works. I've severed the link between the Ningyo and the mainframe of Hyperion, but we lack the facilities to awaken her. We must use what we have at the AEHQ. But what about Cocolia? She said she needed support and claimed that Shixel sent a large force to seize the Gem of Desire. Things will get worse if Shixel gets their hands on that gem. I talked to Madame Teresa about this. I came up with 2 plans. 1. Ignore Cocolia's request for aid and return to our HQ to repair the Ningyo. Though we'll give up the Gem of Desire to search for Kiana, focusing our forces will minimize risks. We basically give up the gem and let Cocolia and her forces get defeated by Shixel. This plan may not be the best. What about the other plan? Split our forces evenly for AEHQ and for helping Cocolia. We'll solve both issues if we're lucky. But Shixel might defeat both forces and we'll end up losing everything. Plan 1 is less risky, but we'll definitely lose the Gem of Desire and Cocolia. You're literally gonna tell Cocolia's daughter? Oh yeah, we might lose your mom. Plan 2 is an attempt to keep what we have, but it's more dangerous gamble. Tough choice. We should vote on this. Let's think about this for 5 minutes and cast our votes afterwards. This is important. How would everyone else choose? Okay, so May's gonna go talk to everybody. Let me see. System settings. CG. I'm gonna... Technically this should be the same volume as the voices are normally, but... I will try to. We'll see if there's another cutscene and it's still way too loud, I'll put it to 1. You know what, I'm gonna put it to 1 and I'll raise it if we need to, because I'd rather not risk it. Just safer. Hopefully these cutscenes actually listen to the settings. Because I know the first few chapters, they're always deafeningly loud 100%. But... let's see. What? Oh, I was in the top left.
特斯拉博士，
What do you
您的
think,
看法是？
Dr. Tesla?
我正愁着呢。
I'm still thinking about it.
鸡窝头讲的是
Mophead
没
is
错，
right. We risk losing all if we split our forces.
但我总觉得
But I can't
不能
leave
放着
Cocolia
Cocolia
on
不
her
管。
own.
我倒是不关心
It's
她
not
怎么样，
her that I care
但
about.
她手里
Her
的机
mech
甲部队
regiments will
是
give
女生的
A
重要资
much
源，
needed
真金白银
reinforcements.
造出来的，一下子失去这么
We
多资源
suffered terrible
损失太
losses
大。
after all that stuff we went through. For anyone who is relatively new to this story who doesn't know, Cocolia has betrayed them plenty of times, which is why everyone here is going to be very iffy about saving Cocolia. Even if technically she's on their side, she's done some sketchy stuff. And before I forget, isn't Cocolia that little girl's Matushka or something? Bronya.
我是对那只母
Cocolia's
没
a
什么
sly
好感，
fox, and I really don't like her type, but
但对
Bronya
她来
may
说
see her
就不一样。
differently.
到底
What
该
should
怎么
we
办
do?
总觉得有点隐隐的不安呢。舰长，下一个目标是什么？博士，我想多听一点您的
I'd
看
like to
法。
listen to what you have to say, Dr. Einstein.
我个人会选择
I'm
第
going
一
for
个方
Plan
案。
1.
Kiana 是这个
Kiana
计
is
划的
essential
核
to
心，
Otto's
奥特最
plans.
看重
We
的。
should try to find her
我们应
first.
当优先寻找她的下落，而且
And we
克里
shouldn't
亚根
trust
本不值得信
Cocolia.
任。你是最了解这一点的。
She's the one who
现在
framed your
父亲
father
应
and
该要改造
transformed
正义
you
者的
into a
人就
Hersher.
是可可利亚。
This is from one of the mangas. Very early in the story.
我明白，我不会
I
忘记
know,
他所
I
做的
won't
一切。
forget what she did to me.
但坦率地说，
But to be
他的
honest,
秘密
Plan
一定
1
会
isn't
实在
perfect
是
either. There's too much uncertainty.
我们能否走在奥托
Can we
前
keep
面？
ourselves ahead of Otto? How useful is the Ningo's intel?
腰好酸，真想回去泡温泉啊。
Can we talk to Teresa? Oh yeah, we can. We have to talk to these three before Bronya. For some reason I thought the top one was Bronya.
舰长，人心机脑内的
I
情
guess
报和
Bronya's
渴望宝
next.
石，我们哪边都不能失去。
We can't afford to lose the Ningo's intel, nor the Gem of Desire.
牙医，你有
Do you
想
have
法
an idea, May?
说心里话，
I'd rather
如
look
果
for
不考虑方
Kiana.
案代价，我还是
It's
想尽
given.
快找到 Kiana 的下落。已经过去4个月
4
了，
months have already
我真的
passed.
很担心
I'm
她。
really worried about her.
我也是，而且我也不想
Me
让大家
too,
生
but I
出
don't
想
want to
罪
risk everyone.
只能按方案一行动。
I guess we have to go for Plan 1.
舰长，
Now we talked poor Bronya off to the side.
Bronya，你决
Made
定
up
好
your
了吗
mind, Bronya?
Bronya 认为，方案
Bronya
一
believes
是更
that
合理的
Plan
选择
1 is a more feasible option.
但那样的话，你的母
But what
亲
would
怎么办？
happen to your Matushka? Just the subtle change in Bronya's face where she almost looks a little sad. Bronya bowed her head slightly. Though expressionless, her sadness was more than obvious.
果然，
Bronya
而且
really
可可利
can't
亚对
give up
Bronya
on
来说太
Cocolia.
残酷了。如果你很在意她的话，
Follow your
还
mind,
是遵从
Bronya.
自己的想法
Dr.
吧，
Einstein told us to
Einstein
think
博士说了，
carefully about
要慎
this.
重考虑。可是，妈妈对大家做过很
But
过分的
Matushka
事。
did terrible things to us.
Bronya 不想因为
Bronya
自己
does not want to
让
endanger
大家
anyone
都陷入危
else.
险。你要相信，大家会做出明
Everyone
智
will
的
be
判
making
断。
a sound judgment.
Bronya
Bronya
想再见她一
wants
次
to see her again.
Bronya 还有很多事
Bronya has many
想和
questions
她
for
确
her.
认。
Oh,
我和你一样，
I think I just remembered something that's gonna happen in this chapter. Because again, for people who don't know, don't remember, this is my second account. I have played through this before, but the first time I only paid attention to a lot of the major cinematics and cutscenes, and I kind of skimmed through a lot of the dialogue, so I missed a lot. There's one picture that I think is in this chapter that's gonna make me cry. Oh no. Oh no.
我也有一堆事要找她解决。如
There's
果见不到
unfinished
她，
business between me and Cocolia. I do look forward to meeting her.
谢谢你，
Thank you,
牙医姐
May.
姐。特斯拉博士，
Dr. Tesla, were you eavesdropping on us? No, Tesla's worried for Bronya. Tesla's always been the one that cares the most about people. Cause geez, how old is Tesla at this point? Because she got hit by the Abyss Flower, which means that she just doesn't age anymore. But she's been alive for what, like 70 years? 80 years? And she's always the frickin' softie. She's always been the one to go give people a hug, to go give them the words they need to hear. Why would I eavesdrop on teenage girls like you? I'm here to remind you that 5 minutes is almost up. Time to gather, girls. Let's go, Bronya. Tesla wanted to listen to everyone's opinion too, probably. Can you talk to all of them? No, it's just talk to Teresa. I trust everyone has thought about this. Let's start voting. 3, 2, 1. Cast your votes. Swoosh! Einstein and I voted for Plan 1. May, Bronya, and Tesla voted for Plan 2. Of course Tesla did. Big softie. She heard Bronya wanted to see her mom. 3 to 2. We'll go for Plan 2. Time to get into action. I've discussed with Madame Teresa regarding the best way to split our forces. Teresa, Bronya, and I will fly the Hyperion to Cocolia and retrieve the Gem of Desire. Dr. Tesla and May will take the Helios and head to Anti-Entropy HQ to repair the Ningyo. This proposal is based on our current conditions. Any questions? No. I trust Dr. Einstein and the principal's judgment. Bronya agrees with this setup. As per our consensus, we should commence Plan 2. Be careful, May. Rita has acquired the Ningyo's intel and will be tracking Kiana closely. You might have to deal with her. Thank you, Principal. Be careful out there as well. Try not to strain yourself, Bronya. Ah, Bronya understands. Thank you, May. The Helios has landed. We can board at any time. We're off. May, Tesla, good luck. And they go off into the future. I don't remember what chapter, but I'm pretty sure we continue with their story on a different chapter. That's why they showed it that way, that May and Tesla were leaving and everyone else was staying. Because we're doing this group first. 4 hours later, Mariana's, the West Pacific. We're 15 clicks away from Cocolia's coordinates, signal interference. We can't establish contact. Can you trace the source of the interference? No, I'm picking up strange Honkai reactions from the nearby islands. Madame Teresa, can you please check those islands, but with Bronya? No worries, leave it to us. The island may be hiding secrets. Be careful out there. Oh, it didn't pull that one in. Ah, it's gonna blow up. Me energy. I don't remember if I fight anymore. But yep. And punchy time. Best part of Bronya. She needs more melee suits. I think more melee Bronyas would be cool. Undocumented Honkai beast detected, categorizing a novel mutation. Is this a crab? Oh, no, it's just these floaty things. Oh, there we go. Looks like that's... Oh, okay. Let's get rid of it. Hey, the volume's fixed. Huh? Who's there? Hmm? The twins. It's down. These Honkai beasts are so lame. I got 21st. I win. According to the deal, your dinner cupcake is mine, Lily. Impressive, Rosalia. I didn't expect you to beat 20 Honkai beasts so quickly. But since I knew this would happen, I ate my dinner cupcake ahead of time. Cheater. What? That's cheating. 2 girls? Why are they here? Could they be Rosalia and Lilia? Hmm? Bronya called out to them and alerted the 2 girls to her presence. Lily, are you seeing what I'm seeing? That girl is... Rosa, just look at the 2 big iconic girls. It's gotta be her. Bronya. Aw, reunion. We read Azure Waters. Was that last week? I think that was beginning of last week. Which covers Bronya at the orphanage, and these 2 were also at the orphanage. Bronya, it's Bronya. The pink-haired girl pounced and hugged Bronya while swagging her tail in excitement. It's been a while, little Rosa and Lily. You're not so little anymore. But you are exactly how we remembered. Haven't changed a bit. I don't see or feel any changes. Rosa, stop touching Bronya. Why are you here? Bronya almost couldn't recognize you. Bronya looked at the girl's tail. Rosalia happily extended her prehensile tail towards Bronya. Looks great, right? I love my tail. I'm letting you touch it because you're Bronya. Matushka gave it to me and Lily. You'll need to talk to her if you want one, Bronya. I don't think it's that simple, Rosa. We should focus on our mission, Rosa. You're here with Dr. Einstein, right? Matushka sent me and Rosa to pick you up. We couldn't establish contact. Meeting you here was a surprise. Time to go and meet up with Matushka. Cocolia. Matushka, Cocolia. Bronya? Bronya is alright. Please wait. Bronya will summon her companions. Oh, there's a bunch of money back there. Pretty sure it'll just fly to me after we finish the mission. Do you know those 2 girls? Rosalia and Lilia. They were Bronya's friends in the orphanage. They are twins. Rosa is the older one, but both of them are younger than Bronya. I believe they're like 14 or 15 at this point in the story. Then Bronya's like 16, 17? I can't remember. Great. I think they like you a lot, Bronya. So the pink-haired girl is Rosalia, right? Why does she have horns and tails? They don't look mechanical. These feel like body parts of Honkai beasts. How can it be? Bronya doesn't know. They were normal humans when Bronya left the orphanage. What did you do to Rosa and Lily, Cocolia? Yeah, because that's the only one it could possibly be that did it to them. Those 2 girls are Cocolia's soldiers, right? They were sent here to meet us. They couldn't establish contact, so they tried to check the interference. They didn't expect to see us. Well, we did meet up in the end. Let them take us to Cocolia. I love how she says that, and yet we're gonna take them back with the ship. Wonder how they got up here. Oh, I'm talking specifically to Lilia. Have you done the chronicles for these two? I did the chronicles for these two over a year ago. So I don't remember it very well. But if I remember right, it was almost like a parody, it felt like. I don't know if it's canon. I think there's a manga about it too. But it was a very long time ago. I don't remember. I just remember it being silly. Little Rosa and Lily, Bronya has explained the situation to her companions. Bring us to the Matushka. No, it's not canon? Okay, so it's just a silly parody? Sounds like a fun thing to do on Twitch sometime. Whoa, looks like we got ourselves some new friends. I'm Rosalia Olenyeva, the big sister, and I'm Matushka's best soldier. And this is Lilia Olenyeva, my baby sister. Hi there. Rosa isn't too bright and is prone on saying offensive things, but she usually doesn't mean it. That's mean. I'm actually super bright. So you children are fighting the Honkai beasts on your own? Oh dear, children? We're grown-ups. People who treat us as children end up painfully mistaken. These kids. That's 100% correct. Lily and I have Honkai beasts inside us. We're super, and I mean super duper. Honkai beasts? That's more shocking probably for Teresa, because Teresa technically is part Honkai beast too. You've revealed our secret. Oops. Matushka will know of this, and she'll yank your tail really hard. Yeah, not the tail. It's super sensitive. Sorry, that's classified information. You didn't hear anything. That's enough introduction for now. Let's get moving. Where are we headed to? The Deep. You should know the coordinates, Dr. Einstein. Understood. Madame Teresa, let's return to the Hyperion. I'll explain this later. Everyone return to the Hyperion. We'll be heading to the Deep. It's a ruined city from the previous era. I should have mentioned it earlier. I didn't intend to hide anything. No problem. Shixel has plenty of secret runes as well. It's a secret that everyone knows. So, are we headed to one of the small islands? No. This may sound surprising, but we're going down to the seafloor. Teresa's such a child. It's so pretty though. I love this area. This is the Deep, ruins of the previous era found by anti-entropy. Thumbnail. Well, okay, that one was really fast and half of it wasn't in English anyway. Outskirts of the Deep, a massive underwater ruin. Whoa! This looks awesome! I've seen plenty of previous era ruins myself, but the Deep seems so undamaged. Being underwater shielded it from much devastation. This was not my intention. If you know, you know. Final Fantasy joke. To seize the Gem of Desire, Shixel has been attacking anti-entropy bases for months. More and more enemies came at us, so Matushka chose to keep the gem here to protect it. That won't work forever. Shixel will eventually find out. No. They're already here. I've picked up signals from a large battle. Tactical mechs have engaged Shixel Valkyries. What? This shouldn't be happening. Everything was peaceful when we left. Let's go. We must go down and save Matushka. All crew to battle stations. Assist the mech troops and fend off the hostile Valkyries. Oh, we get the best Valkyrie, Oath of Judah. Hide and seek, apparently. Hi. Say hello to Oath of Judah. Do I see any more? Oh, it picks it up anyway. Oh, there's a shield. Jump. Jump. Stop saying hide and seek! She talks so much. Oh. Valkyries. Say hello to Oath of Judah. And ult. Oh. Oath of Judah, round 2. Or is it 3? Because we used it last time. Easy. Hostile forces retreating. The old Valks talk a lot. They really do. There's a few of them that literally you can take a step, stop moving, and then take another step, and they say another line already. They just keep saying stuff. Hostile forces retreating. Peace pursued. We have more important things to deal with. We need to find Cocolia. Never expected people to care for a vixen like me. Oh. You're most welcome, Dr. Einstein. And the Hyperion crew. Of course, they gotta do a badass pose for Cocolia. I think part of the issue of why they don't fix them is some people like it. Some people think it's charming, or maybe it's nostalgic, it brings back memories. And if they change it and someone is unhappy, they would rather leave things the way they are than make a change that upsets people. Even if it's a minority of people that would be upset by it. A lot of developers do work that way. It's the same reason why a lot of characters, even if they really should be reworked and made better, a lot of companies won't rework old characters, because what if there's someone that likes how they are now and doesn't want them to change? I can see both sides of it. I think for gameplay anyways, you should always fix them, but companies don't always see it that way. They would rather people stay how they are now upset than to make new people that are upset. Because what if they fix a character, quote unquote, and now more people are upset? It's a risk you have to take. But, let's see. I've been here for a while, Dr. Einstein and the illustrious crew of the Hyperion. Cocolia scanned everyone before slowly directing her gaze to Bronya. Bronya gave no response. Her face betrayed no emotions, because she doesn't have many. I'm very happy that you're willing to help in times of need. One sec, let me fix my view. I just realized my view is a little screwed up. There we go. Save your courtesies. We're going straight to business, Cocolia. Hand over the Gem of Desire. We'll transfer it to somewhere safe. Oh, there's no rush in this, Dr. Einstein. Shixel managed to find this place. We should organize a counterattack. Apologies, we're short on time, and I don't intend to support your private war. And if I refuse to hand over the gem, then I'm afraid you'll be fighting more than just Shixel. Einstein, all business. That's kind of always been Einstein, I guess, in this. I know Tesla's always been really emotional, but I feel like Einstein is always trying to do the right thing, like the smart thing, and doesn't usually let emotions into it. I can't think of any moments that Einstein's been overly emotional. Except maybe around Welt. Because, as far as I know, I still have to do the visual novel, the anti-entropy backstory. But as far as I know, Einstein liked the, not the current Welt, but the original one. I think it was Welt Joyce was the original one, the one with dark blue hair. Yeah, basically, yeah. Just very calculating, except around Welt. Okay. And I'm afraid you'll be fighting more than just Shixel. The atmosphere was intense. Teresa gripped the spear in her hand. Cocolia's mechs responded to the tension and assumed combat poses. Well, now you do look like fugitives trying to run away from Shixel. We're here for the Gem of Desire. Hand over the gem and Shixel will be after us instead of you. If you still refuse to do so, we'll have to suspect that you have ill intentions. Teresa, always driving the hard bargain. I mean... As far as I know, every interaction between Teresa and Cocolia before now has been negative. Because technically, I'm pretty sure Cocolia issued an attack on Saint Freya. That was one of the old mangas. And then, I'm trying to think if there was much else. Well, I guess the whole thing with Wendy, Chapter 3. Yeah, probably doesn't have too many good opinions of Cocolia. I surrender. There's no way I can beat an S-rank Valkyrie and veteran of the Second Honkai War. The Gem of Desire is in the deep. Feel free to take it, if you can. What do you mean by that? Oh dear, I forgot to mention something. We had an accident. The Gem of Desire fell into the Sea of Quanta. Accident? You probably did that on purpose. When I said accident, I really meant it was an accident. In any case, I'm confident you can fish it out. You have no idea how dangerous the Sea of Quanta is. Of course I do. I'm counting on you to fish the gem out for me. I mean, us. I've prepared the necessary facilities and hardware. Make yourself at home. While you look for a solution, I'm afraid the Hyperion and her crew must stay to provide cover. I'm still so split about Cocolia, because she has her heart in the right place, but she makes a lot of bad decisions. She's a lot like Otto in that way. Less intelligent than Otto, but she's a lot like Otto. Matushka, you did that on purpose to force us into giving you protection. You lied to Bronya too many times. Calm down, Bronya. Don't fall for her trap. I'm sorry. I just want everyone to get away from this place alive. Shixel might keep attacking us even if you leave with the gem. And I have a gut feeling that you were only here for the gem instead of us. I said it before and I'll say it again. We must work together. Shixel is our common enemy. You may enter the rooms. Feel free to rifle through everything if you think I'm hiding the gem. I mean, can you blame her though? I mean, I've seen her backstory. She was an honorable soldier just trying to defend her country, and then she found out all her superiors were just taking advantage of the war to make money. And then she lost a lot of people. You can? Okay. She's definitely made some bad decisions, but she has the best intentions. It's hard. It's a common thing with morality. Everything's gray. Like, I can 100% say she's done horrible things. You can't deny that. But when you look at the reasons for what she does, it's somewhat more understandable. I don't know. Although there is a few things she's done that I don't fully understand the reasoning for. I look forward to doing business with you. Oh. Now we have to go. Oh, talk to Einstein. She trapped us. I think we'll have to stay here for a while. Apologies. I didn't expect Cocolia to do things this way. Bronya should apologize. She should have known better. We voted for this, Bronya. It's not your fault. Instead of blaming ourselves, we should look for a solution. Dr. Einstein, what exactly is this Sea of Quanta? There. The Sea of Quanta is the deepest secrets of these rooms. I'll try to keep this simple. You should see this for yourself. Follow me. Is this when we... I remember there being something about cups. Is this when we learn about the cups? I didn't expect such mysteries to lie under the Pacific Ocean. When did AE find this? It happened several years ago. During the Second Honkai War, a lunar meteor crashed into the Pacific. These runes were found when we attempted to salvage the meteor. Jixel paid little attention to this place belonged to AE. Being underwater also helped. We're really deep underwater, but why is there light here? Luminous seaweed? They have some awesome I think she said tech? I might have missed that. The writings in the runes. It's the global language used by the previous era, originating from the lost continent of Mu. The Dead Sea Scrolls also included these texts. Dead Sea Scrolls, ancient writings first found at the banks of the Dead Sea. It's interesting how they take real-life stuff and twist it into the story. You know, these really old papers that have religious significance are now information from the previous era. Bronya didn't expect it to be a relic of the previous era. The Dead Sea Scrolls contain theoretical foundation that allowed us to construct the Selene. I suspect that the Selene has technologies similar to that from the deep. But we don't have any solid evidence to back that up. Yeah, and I like it. It makes the story interesting, because you can connect it to history, to things you already know. The Selene. Bronya hopes that this trip will provide why is it too freaking fast? I wish they would fix that. Salvage records describe Mu as the most advanced region of the previous era. It had the latest technologies and housed 1/6 of the planet's population. I think this is basically supposed to be China. That's so weird. What happened to all those people in cities and high-tech stuff? Well, Mu was destroyed in ways unimaginable. The Ninth, also known as the Hersher of Earth, created a giant pseudo-black hole and destroyed Mu. Violent tectonic activities that followed created the Mariana Trench and swallowed up the ruins. Oh, maybe not. Again, interesting, tying it to real-life things. Bronya is surprised how a vast continent can disappear and leave little of its passing. That's actually my best hypothesis of what happened, but the loss of Moo should teach us a lesson. We can't control the Hershers. Otto's plans of bringing them back is insane. We must find the Gem of Desire and thwart his plans. She literally explained how, oh yeah. Oh, and there's Rose and Lily. What are they doing here? But yeah, it's really interesting comparing it to real life and just thinking of it as this could be our world, you know? What if there's secrets to things we thought we knew, but it's not quite the way we thought it was? It's a fun way of writing a story. And it's easier to immerse in a story when they mention something and I already know about it. Surprise, Bronya. Look, our home is now a beautiful underwater garden, way better than the orphanage. And Shixel wants to wreck this place. I won't allow that. Matushka wants us to check the damage inflicted to the deep. Can you help us, Bronya? No sign of invasion in the places we've checked. Let's head back to the entrance where the enemy first made breach, I think it said? Oath of Judah, Honkai beasts are coming through the breach. Enemies destroyed, let's head back. Tell the twins. What? More enemies hiding here? Job done, all cleaned up. Teresa looks pretty strong even though she looks younger than us. Poor Terry. She is much older than you guys. I think I smell something on her that doesn't smell like little girls. What are you doing? Sniff, sniff. What the hell? It's bitter melon, the worst thing people eat. That's so rude. I love bitter melon. Harry and her weird tastes. The principal remains an adept at handling young children and minors. We should have a good understanding of this place now. Time to focus. We need to get inside the deep. Is this where it's going to end for this one? This one's been long, so I guess there is a few of them that are just very... Oh, nope, not Einstein. Talk to Cocolia. That's the heart of the deep, and that's where AE keeps its greatest secrets. I'm not sure if Bittermelon has a different name, but I know it's a real thing. It's also known as bitter gourd, but... I know it's supposed to be, like, super healthy. Yeah, I've never actually had it myself, as far as I know. I wouldn't mind trying it at some point. I like healthy foods, and I mean, having something that's a little bitter isn't a horrible thing. I'm willing to try different tastes. But I'm not sure... It grows Asia, Africa, Caribbean, apparently. I don't know if it's considered a superfood, but it is supposed to be pretty healthy. It's famous for its taste, which is why it's called the bitter melon or the bitter gourd, because it does taste bitter if it's not prepared properly. I'll pass on bugs though. Yeah, that's fair. Not something I'm super interested in eating. I don't need to hide anything. It's all yours. Good luck. Oh, next mission. Aw. Oh, did I really not cast it? I thought I did. Oh well. Story account. I don't care. I can always go back in the future. The deep. In the massive underwater ruins. Is this the deep? Whoa. It's so different compared to what we saw outside. It's like another world. Just looking around this place makes me feel dizzy. These ruins of the previous era appear rather unique. Dr. Einstein, what is the Sea of Quanta? Is it time for the cup? All I remember is Einstein described it as a cup, and I didn't like the description because I didn't think it made that much sense. But all matter in the universe are formed by quanta, and each of them brings innate uncertainty. Once observed, a quantum collapses countless parallel universes to form one specific universe. This is the basis of the famous many worlds interpretation. Okay, can you try repeating that in very simple English? I love how it's capitalized, like very simple English is a concept. Like, I understand what the Sea of Quanta is, and because I understand what the Sea of Quanta is, I don't think Einstein is very right with how that's described, but I remember it being described almost backwards or kind of weird. I'll attempt to use an analogy. Assume the universe is a glass of water surrounded by infinite number of other glasses of water. Okay, yeah. Overflowing water will flow along the glass walls to form a puddle in the middle of the table. This puddle does not belong to any glass, but the water of the puddle may be from any glass. People of the previous era found this puddle dimension between parallel universes. This puddle was named the Sea of Quanta. Whoa, sounds like something Rita needs to clean up. Why not call it the Puddle of Quanta? If the Sea of Quanta exists, we might be able to reach other universes with it. Is it really possible? It's just a theory, and no one ever saw the other end of the Sea of Quanta. Getting inside the sea is difficult enough. From the archives of the deep, scientists of the previous era managed to create a portal to enter the sea. Ronya guesses that portal would be the ruins. Correct. Natives of the current era call this place Timoana Kino, the Malevolent Sea. In truth, this is not a city or a fortress. It's a giant portal for entering the Sea of Quanta. Best name for this portal would be the Eye of the Deep. Eye of the Deep? No wonder. I swear I was feeling uncomfy all this while. Turned out an eye was staring at me. The Sea of Quanta slowly eroded the eye and turned this artificial building into an alien dimension. We attempted to explore the Sea of Quanta last year, but Einstein suddenly looked a little sad. I'll just say that we failed. Tesla and I believed that we lacked the technological capabilities to explore the sea. That project was placed on indefinite hold. We never returned to the deep. Until now, and for other reasons too. We must get to the other side of the eye, find the gem of desire, and return it to the real world. In we go. Whee. Oh. Oh, to Judah. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Kiri's acting all cute. He's so cute, acting all dumb. Yeah. It's weird, because we know she's technically pretty smart, but I guess physics was never her thing. me energy. I'll actually use my ult next time. Just in case. Oh, energy. I'm just gonna use it, even if it's not hitting anything. I don't know how much there is left to fight. Wait. Wasn't there like a little side island here or something? Or am I thinking of somewhere else? I thought there was like a side path. Confusion. Oh no, maybe it's down there I'm thinking of. Because I know they reuse this map in a few places. Oh, more. I could have saved it, oh well. Eat that, crab. Don't like you. We've reached the end. Oh dear, it looks like a big mess down there. Do we have to dive into it to enter the Sea of Quanta? Doctor, to enter the Sea of Quanta, I've thought about this. I'll go in myself. Please protect the portal. While the Eye of the Deep is open, its energy emissions will attract nearby Honkai beasts. You, alone. Not everyone can enter the Sea of Quanta. Madame Teresa, you've been feeling unwell since you entered the deep. I'm just uncomfy. I can still fight. It means the Sea of Quanta is rejecting your presence. Which makes sense. The sea affects people differently. Only a few could stomach its negative influences. You're unlikely to survive exposure to the sea. Bronya seems alright, but I don't want to risk anyone. I shall go forth on my own. Will Dr. Einstein be alright? I'll be alright, trust me. That's enough for today. Let's head back to the Hyperion. We have so much to do next. I kind of wonder if Einstein wants to go alone purely because doesn't want to risk anyone, or if Einstein wants to go alone because Einstein is wondering if Welt's gonna be there, or hoping. Let's drink water while it loads. Too slow. Whatever, still drinking. "100 hours. Training cabins. The Hyperion." Oh, beep, beep. Target destroyed. 8 items completed. Good work. Keep going. Warning. Simulated training intensity has exceeded safety limits. Keep going. Beep, beep. Generating item 9. Generating scene 9. Item 9 and scene 9 generated. Receiving combat directives. Is it because she is a clone? Oh boy. No. I don't want to fight you. Oh, I should have done the other one first. For the cross. Oh, I dodged too early. There we go. Damage buff. Eat crosses. That's cheating. I can cheat too. I can hit you from a range. Both of Judah. Now. No, give me more energy. Is there any more energy anywhere? Oh, nope, she just died. I wanted to use ult, but too bad. But I think the reason why she has an issue with the sea is because she is, she's technically part Honkai. I think that might be part of it, because I think the twins don't feel good around the sea as well. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the twins... I guess we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I remember from when I first played the game that they were too. My memories of all these early stuff are really bad, but if they do, then that would explain it too, if it's because she's part Honkai. But it could be also partially the fact that she's a clone, because technically she isn't natural, in a way. I don't entirely know how the whole imaginary and quantum work in terms of what is supposed to exist naturally and what is artificial. Beep, beep. Target destroyed. 9 items completed. Good work. Hard at work, Madame Teresa. What? The simulated red-colored sky faded away and revealed the smooth cabin walls. Hopefully not. It'd be interesting to see more stuff about it. It's also possible that part of the reason why they feel uneasy around the sea has nothing to do with the sea. It could be the fact of what's in the sea. Or I guess more specifically, who is in the sea? Because I feel like being near that person makes most people not feel so good. That's something hard to forget. The simulated red-colored sky faded away and revealed the smooth cabin walls. Dr. Einstein, you're still awake. I don't usually sleep at this time. I'm here for something else. While the system simulates the sea of quanta waveform fluctuations, I've managed to finish your project. I've ran a systematic inspection of your Blood Knight Moonlight battlesuit. I didn't find any backdoors. Shixel probably isn't tracking us with this. Good. That's one less thing to worry about. But there's a surprise finding. I identified a subroutine named Glepnir, hidden within the main protocols. What? Is that Old Norse? I haven't been studying that. And more of just bringing old myths into the naming and stuff. Although Otto seemed to have an obsession with Norse. I believe Old Norse myths were used all over Shixel's base, too. The subroutine appears to be aimed at limiting the potential of the Blood Knight battlesuit. What do you mean by that? You have the genes of the Emperor-class Honkai beast, Vishnu, boosting your strength and regeneration. Doesn't have many others in alternate universe? I mean, it depends, because there is the whole, like, Honkai Kingdom storyline and that world. But it would make sense if there isn't too many Teresas, because technically she's just a clone of someone else. Modified clone, but a clone. But these aren't the true powers of Vishnu. Listen to what I have to say, Madame Teresa. Vishnu is an Emperor-class Honkai beast, because it's extremely dangerous when destroyed. When destroyed? Does that mean I have to destroy? Vishnu gains power by devouring other Honkai beasts. Blood Knight is a Godsbane battlesuit designed to activate your Vishnu genes. But Glepnir, the binder of the wolf, is designed to suppress the release of the active elements. In fact, this suit keeps you at 15% of your true potential. 15%. You mean I've been fighting at 15% all this time? Kinda crazy that she's an S-rank Valkyrie, she's a veteran of war, and she's just finding out now that, wait, I'm at 15%? Hello, mortal gamers. Indeed, active element release is divided into 5 levels. You've been locked at level 1. Gleipnir in the Blood Knight suit does nothing but suppress your Vishnu genes. If it were to be removed, active elements will increase with time and reach higher levels. I really hope we get a new, like, DPS Teresa in the future. I'm still holding out that she's gonna get something like Hersher of Corruption, just because it makes sense from what we know in the story. They might go with Binding just because of Oath of Judah, but I kinda hope they go the direction of Corruption because of the early story. But I really hope she gets a good, fun DPS version in the future, because she's supposed to be one of the strongest Valkyries. Increasingly, level 3 is labeled as danger, while level 5 is labeled as apocalyptic. I mean, it's her last name, maybe she should do it. I surmise that reaching level 5 will max out your potential at 100%. What happens when I reach 100%? They're trying to make her retire? It almost seems like that, and I don't want them to. I have no idea. Can you uninstall Gleipnir, or do something about it? Yeah. Get her to retire as a fighter. My main thing about that, though, in APHO, as far as I know, we haven't seen Teresa. We've heard Teresa, but they don't show her. And I wonder if in the future she looks different. It's hopeful thinking, but we'll see what happens. We have no idea what's coming for the rest of the story, so we'll see. I really hope that she keeps going, though. She's been fighting for long enough. She has been, but if she wants to, is there a problem with that, right? If she wants to protect people and take care of them. Because as we saw in a later chapter, that seems to be her intent. She doesn't want to settle down and take a desk job. She doesn't want to be the one behind behind everyone. I think that's how she feels, and she hates it. Can you uninstall Gleipnir or do something about it? Of course, so long as you're ready. She has definitely been through a lot, though. Yeah. It's always a worry for characters in this game. They're gonna hurt themselves. Even if they survive, what's the cost? Still got 8 more? Oh, and I'm gonna have to unlock more of these. I'll grab like some. We'll see if I can get another bit without it. Actually, wait, what time is it? Not yet. In 30 minutes I get more free stamina. But yeah, that is always a worry. Oh, for sure. Look at Honkai Kingdoms, right? What Kongmin did. Like, she's definitely capable of those sorts of things. Definitely things she would do. Welcome back. if you weren't paying attention, they got here, they defended the place. They were told how multiple universes kind of work. That between the multiple universes, there's a bit of a mess of possible futures that didn't happen. And that place is very dangerous. No one's crossed it. I don't remember how big the game is fully on PC. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. I'll check quickly. That's not what I want to do. Oh, okay, maybe it doesn't tell me. Maybe it is, I don't know. But, because you have to remember, when you finish updating the game, you also have to log in and it's going to have to download all the cinematics, all the animations. So it is pretty big. Though if you're doing it on phone, then it won't be as big. They do it, it's a bit smaller. But after they found out about the multiple universes thing, Teresa was training, and she was basically told that the battle suit she used was actually holding her back. It was purposely holding her back to keep her safe. Yeah, I can do that. I can make a playlist of the story in order. Yeah, I can do that. This stream shouldn't be as long as some of my Twitch streams. My Twitch streams can be like 6-7 hours long sometimes. This I'm going to assume is going to take at least another 1.5 to 2 hours. But I'll have a lot of free time today, so I'll probably go and make playlists. I want to make game playlists split by the game. And then yeah, I'll do one of my playthrough of the story so you can see it all in order. Let's see. 1100 hours, bridge, the Hyperion. Good news. Results show that the Sea of Quanta will stabilize in 20 hours. That'll be our chance. I must locate the Gem of Desire today. Bronya can provide assistance. Ooh, hope you enjoy them. I really like the manga. I did put those ones in order, so... But yeah, the first few manga that I read are actually before the main game, so they are good background to know. You are gifted, Bronya, but I'm afraid you need to learn about the Kaushi-Gursat theorem. Bronya shall initiate learning of said theorem. I actually need you to help with something else. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And if you got through it, I hope you enjoyed the cosplay. I'm really proud of that cosplay. I need to find an excuse to use it at some point. I actually need you to help me with something else. Whispers, huh? Can you take these girls away and leave me in peace? Hey, good morning, Doc. What are we doing today? Okay, you didn't complete it. Well, some of my last few, I wore a cosplay during it. I cosplayed one of the characters. Okay, so you have a lot. Okay. Yeah, enjoy it. There's a lot of manga to go through. I really love the manga. I can't wait to get to some new ones. Okay. Yeah, take your time, enjoy it. It's not going anywhere. I'm not taking it down. No reason to. Almost time for lunch, Rosa. Why are they here? Cocolia ordered them to work with us. I think she wants someone to babysit them. There's something I need to attend to, Bronya. Can you take the twins outside? Oh no. Is this going to where I think it is? Rosa, Lily, go play outside. The grown-ups are working. We want you to play with us, Bronya. How about hide and seek? There are 3 of us this time. I like hide and seek. You don't have to move as much. Lazy Lilia. Yet, Bronya shall play something else. Oh yeah, we can do that. Now we have an audience, we can perform our skit. Skit. While you're away doing sneaky spy stuff, Lily and I came up with something awesome. Yeah, we're the Vodka Girls, the best performing starlets of Siberia. Of Cocolia Orphanage, actually. Back-to-back performances around the year. Once a year, and that's more than enough. Full house for every show. Our friends at the orphanage, to be honest. Many people had to stand because of limited seating. Indeed, we only have 3 chairs. Can you shut up, Lily? Bronya is now extremely enthusiastic about hide and seek. Oh, I love Bronya. Oh, Bronya. Time to go looking. Where could they be hiding? Try to look for clues. Nothing unusual. Continue the search. Inside of the deep is an ideal hiding place, but they won't go there without Matushka's orders. The pond is calm, no traces along the banks. Now to find the crazy twins.
Yes, master.
And puddles of water on the floor. Something happened. Yeah, I love her third person talking. It's... I won't say too much because it has to do with the manga why she talks that way, but... yeah, it definitely gives it interest. I'm attempting to hide here but fell off. Oh boy, one of the twins fell in the water. But yeah, I love... it's just such a simple, dry humor. 2 traces of water. Processing directions, I think it was. Oh. The trap. Why is the one on the right not moving? Oh, it started moving. Congratulations, you woke up. That was the Lily mech, clearly. What? Uh-oh, one of them's ranged. Punchy time! I can punch you better. You're guarding the wrong way, mech. Dang it. I tried. Good old fire. And there they are. They cheated, they used mechs. Is the manga and gameplay stories the same or are they different? They're different stories. There's a tiny bit of overlap here and there. Oh my gosh, I failed the time. Oh well. Yeah, Bronya found us. But yeah, they're different. Specifically the first 5 manga, and I'm pretty sure those were the first 5 I read. Let me look at the playlist. Okay, I did read Ellen Palatinus as well, but the ones Escape from Nagazora, Saint Freya High, and Gratitude Arc, those 3 all happen before the game. They're kind of like background of where the girls came from and why they're at the school that they're at. And then there's also AE Invasion and Moonshadow, which is in my 3rd reading stream. Those 2 happen between chapters 2 and 3. in the story. So some of these, they kind of cross between the game and the story. But the first 5 chapters, like I said, they're really light on the story. Chapter 3 and 4 have a bit, but a lot of the early story is in the manga. And then Ellen Palatinus isn't part of that original series of 5, but it shows Otto, the main villain's backstory. And it's his childhood and how he became who he is. But yeah, there's a lot of different story to it. The recent chapters, like the last, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 of them, they've started referencing the old mangas, but none of the manga, as far as I know, is just straight up in the game. The biggest manga that most people are excited about is Second Eruption, which is what happened in year 2000. Does Honkai have its own anime adaptation? No. They do have 2 small mini-animes. They're both just cutesy, fun things. One of them is, yeah, there's also visual novels, like little visual novel games. There's 3 of them. One of them I think is not done. It's on hiatus. But, the animes that there is there's Cooking with the Valkyries, which is kind of just like a cute side stories of the Valkyries in their own time and things they do when they're not at battle or in war. Like, I've only seen the first episode of that one. I'm saving it for whenever there's really sad chapters. I am probably going to binge watch it at the end of stream for cuteness. But, Cooking with the Valkyries, an example, the first one covers the 3 girls cooking dinner and shows, I think the first episode was Bronya cooking borscht, and she remembers Sele, because Sele is the one that taught her how to make borscht. And then the second anime series is called Elf Academy, and that one's just a parody. Elf Academy is just a silly, fun thing to make you laugh with the lore. But yeah, the Honkai team is really passionate. It's part of why some people are confused by Genshin. Genshin has some really good quality stuff, but it doesn't have things the same way Honkai does. And I think it's just the fact that the Honkai team is so insanely over-the-top passionate. But, yeah. There's so much content to Honkai. And then, of course, there's also a game coming in the future, Honkai Star Rail, which technically is a continuation of a side story in this game. Yeah, Bronya found us. We got found. Why are you two hiding together? I'm tired of looking for a place to hide. I'll just go where Rosa is. A new anime called Kuroshi Eye. I have to translate that, because a lot of sites I look at... Yeah, Star Rail's turn-based. I actually haven't heard of that one before. Oh, I think I've seen that art before, though. Maybe I'll look it up later. Yeah, I see it. Love of Kill. Maybe I'll look it up later. Looks interesting. Yeah, I've been trying to watch more anime. I usually watch like an episode or 2 of anime every night before bed. We lost. As promised, we shall perform Vodka Does Not Believe in Tears to the winner. Yeah, I feel like a lot of animes, most people will tell you the anime is okay, or it's good, But you should read the manga, because the manga's probably better. There's a few mangas I want to read that I haven't gotten to yet. Like, what was the one? The one about a girl who got reincarnated as a spider? The isekai? That one, the anime, because of COVID, wasn't as good as the people who made it wanted it to be. So I really want to read either the manga or the light novel. I might read the light novel, just see how good the story is, because I did like the story in the anime. It's just the anime quality was dropping because issues the studio had. So many good animes, though. Chainsaw, I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard people say that. Bronya does not remember this promise. Rosa wrote the script. She has bad handwriting, but I think it's a good story. Doesn't Rosalia say like a really funny, weird name? Vodka does not believe in tears sounds like a joke. The 1980 movie is a masterpiece. Oh, it's a parody of a movie? Whatever, Bronya is disgusted with this disrespect of cinema history. Act 1. Oh boy. A long time ago, the Boris orphanage of snowy Siberia welcomed a new resident. I'm Alexander Alexeyevich Dostoyevsky, the fourth child of, oh my gosh, freaking weird long names. I get this kind of humor. They just have long, really ridiculous names, but god, this stupid dry humor in another language, it's hard to say. The fourth child of Alexei Grigoryevich Dostoyevsky. Bronya wants to continue the fun and engaging game of hide and seek. Again, I love Bronya's dry humor of just, oh no, I think I'm really excited right now. I really want to play hide and seek. We should continue the fun game of hide and seek. I love you, Bronya. What? Is it because of Alex Saledostovsky? Long mundane names will lose the audience. Stick with shorter names like Bronya. She becomes a hide and seek addict because she doesn't want to deal with anything else. But everyone really likes our story, Bronya. Define everyone in specific terms. Kitty, puppy, birdie, and Stony? Oh no. Oh, and Honkai Beastie. They've performed this for a Honkai Beast, or is this a plushie? The girls stared at each other without a word. The brief silence then gave way to explosive laughter. The air was filled with the sounds of joy. Rosalia's laugh, however, quickly faded. I haven't felt this great in ages. Aww. Yeah. Kiana is definitely a really good character. She has a lot of growing up. She has a lot of progression. A lot of the characters in this game have so much progression, but she's definitely the one that hits me the most. It felt like the old orphanage days, with everyone around. Bronya, Zofia, Isabella, Sele. What happened to the rest of the children in the orphanage? She isn't always mature, but she does mature. But yeah, Kiana, especially in the most recent chapters, is very respectable. She's cute, she's mature. She knows how to smile and laugh. She knows to be serious. Something happened. Matushka only brought the older girls along. The younger ones were left behind. Sinmal is taking care of them now. I don't trust Sinmal with anybody. Bronya is unaware that Sinmal can take care of people. Yeah, no. I would not trust Sinmal with people. Do you have time, Bronya? There's a place I want to show you. Okay. Oh yeah, because I took too long, because I read the cutscenes. There's a lot of these old stages that you fail the time just because you watch cutscenes, because for some reason the cutscenes count for the time limit. What is this place? We found this island accidentally, probably peeled off from the deep. It's beautiful here, like a fairy tale wonderland. We've been running away from Shixel for 4 months and saw only ruins and desolate wastes. I thought we were dreaming when we first saw this place. That's definitely the kind of thing she wants to do for everyone. She wants to be the one to protect everyone. Never knew such a nice place existed before. It felt like heaven. Aww. I'm surprised they don't let you play the twins here, but I don't know if the twins were actually in the game yet. I think they came out in like the next patch. Bad crab. Crab, nobody likes you. Leave me alone. All of the fire. Fire. There we go. Oh, more crabs. Oh no. Oh, punch the crab. There we go. All roaming Honkai beasts have been destroyed. It's just up ahead. Time to be sad. What is this? It is so obvious what that is. There's a pile of neatly stacked stones in the coral. Bronya knew what it was. The girls. They all make it here. Lilia didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down beside the tombstone. Isabella, Bronya's here with us. We're here to see you. Sorry, Bronya. We should have told you about this. You were away the whole time. Now you're finally back, and I want you to say hello to them. God damn it. Oh. Understood. Don't feel sorry, Rosa. There's 2 more. Shells decorate this pile of stones. A neat stack of stones of various sizes. I wonder, because they said 3 names, if one of these is for Sele, because she's missing. A lot of... Bronya grew up in an orphanage, and these 2 were some of the girls at the orphanage, but Bronya is just finding out now that a lot of the girls she grew up with from the orphanage have passed away, and that these are their graves. Explain. How did this happen? The Honkai eruption destroyed much of the world. Many didn't make it. We were always running away from Shixel. We tried to bring them along with us. Matushka helped us build these stone tomes. We told her about this pretty island, and she likes it here too. Matushka felt this was a happier place compared to the Siberian tundra. They never got to see such a nice place before, but now they can sleep tight here forever. I really hope they like this place. The children knelt before the burial mounds decorated with colorful shells. Second Honkai destroyed their homes and childhood. The third Honkai took away their friends. The melodies of the sea echoed in the background as Bronya looked at the tombstones in silence. Memories welled up in her mind. The snow on the roof, the old broom, the bland borscht, and the blue-haired girl who stayed by her side. Many things happened. Too many things, in fact. Bronya suddenly realized that the familiar orphanage was no more. It may have ended when Sele left, or when Cocolia betrayed her. Those fond memories were only ephemeral, drowned out by an emotionless void. It's the bad part when people who suffer think that there's better life in some place and it ends up like more painful than the last one. Yeah, it happens. Especially in war, right? That's what the game is about. That's what a lot of games are about, is war and horrible things going on. She thought time could heal those wounds, but this sight was like a nameless pain that seized her by her throat. She remembered the burning brain chip and the Grey Serpent's taunting. These memories were like cold iron chains dragging her into the bottomless abyss. She could hear that person's voice echoing at the very bottom of the pit.
Bronya.
Bronya?
Bronya.
Bronya. Bronya turned around and saw Cocolia. The Matushka recovered quickly from her surprise. Bronya looked at Roselia. The elder twin shook her head. She had no idea that Cocolia was coming. Bronya shall head back. Because again, it was a bunch of kids in an orphanage, right? And technically, the orphanage was military funded. And so there were experiments being done at the orphanage. But most of them lived a better life there than they would have anywhere else, because they lived in the middle of a war zone. But yeah, the fact that just everything went bad. But yeah, it's the most recent manga I read, but eventually if you get through the manga, there's one called Azure Waters, which is all about Bronya's life at the orphanage. It's 10 chapters, I think. Yeah, that's the hope, right? You hope for the best for your favorite characters, but to me also, I like the games for their life lessons, right? You get to learn what it's like going through these things without them actually happening to you. And people who have had horrible things happen to them, these games kind of help you find different ways to cope with it, or maybe learn about ways that aren't so good if you see characters doing something dumb. It's almost educational and therapeutic. But yeah, I've really enjoyed them. Honkai's definitely found it, what, like a year ago? January 7th last year? This game has been easily the best thing I've ever found. Why don't you stay a little longer, Bronya? Cocolia tried to stop Bronya from leaving. Smack. Bronya is not here to reconcile with Matushka. Bronya. Matushka used the chip to manipulate Bronya into hurting Wendy and May. Bronya does not forgive these crimes. I was desperate. We needed every Hersher we can capture. If the Hersher research was successful, Bronya does not care. Bronya is disgusted that Matushka is still looking for excuses for her evil deeds, and thinks everything can go on as usual. Matushka lied to Bronya. You're entitled to your opinions. Leave us, Bronya. Bronya left without a word. She wanted Cocolia to keep arguing, but her Matushka silenced their conversation. Bronya used to trust Matushka most. She left after saying that. Oh no. We gotta get her back. Oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? I'm trying to remember. That sounds... But there's definitely some animes and stories that I have read or seen that totally wrecked me. Oh! I haven't watched that yet, but I've seen a few clips of it. It's on my list to watch. But yeah, I've heard that one's really emotional too. But yeah, no, there's definitely been games and anime and movies that I've bawled my eyes out. Silent Voice was one of them. If you've never watched the movie Silent Voice, oh my god, that was a beautiful story, but heartbreaking. Gotta get her back. Wait for us, Bronya. Twins ran ahead to catch her. Clannad is one that I'm still scared of to this day. I think I watched Clannad a very long time ago and I don't even remember it well. Bronya, are you alright? We didn't plan this. We didn't expect Matushka to show up. Bronya does not blame the twins. Bronya has some problems with Matushka. It does not concern you. Night is approaching. It's time to return. Let's go. Lily and I will help you get the Gem of Desire. Lily, are you alright? Good night, Rosa. Lily collapsed directly into Rosalia's arms. What happened? Lilia falls asleep at about 1900 hours. She never grows up. Little Rosa appears to be more responsible at this moment. Hey, is that an insult? I'll hurt you if it is. Please explain this. Oh, that picture of them is so cute. I'll tell you what happened, Bronya. I was carrying her like this at the beach. She was sick. We ran into a swarm of Honkai beasts. What? We were wounded. I could still remember the expression on Matushka's face when she found us. It was fear. I never knew Matushka could feel fear. What happened, Rosa? We almost failed to make it, Bronya. Matushka saved us. She found a great doctor who treated our wounds. We grew horns and tails, but we also became faster and could beat zombies and beasts easily. They became mantises. They became half Honkai. Lily became a big sleepyhead, but everything else is good. Both of us knew that Matushka did bad experiments on Bronya. But those experiments were the reasons why we're still alive. Bronya understands. After you and Sele left, Matushka would often shut herself in her room. She pretended she was alright, but everyone knew she was sad. I think Matushka did not like what she did. She really loves you and Sele. I know that it might mean little to you. Is the doctor here Kevin or Moby? As far as I know, the doctor is Grey Serpent. Because as far as we know, she's been in contact with World Serpent for years. And she didn't know it was World Serpent at first, but eventually she found out. But the World Serpent's been helping her to try and find a way to save Sele, as far as I know. Which is the only reason Cocolia listens to them, is because she wants to save Sele no matter what. But Matushka needs us. That's why Lily and I stayed. I want to help her, save everyone in the orphanage, and cure Lily's sleeping problem. I will help Matushka so that she doesn't have to do those experiments again. You and Matushka protected us, Bronya. But Lily and I have learned to fight as well. Spasibo, Rosa. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. That part was still really freaking sad. Oh, family stuff always gets to me. Yeah, and especially Grey Serpent, because as far as we know, Grey Serpent just experiments on things all the time. He just does whatever he wants. Back, Miss Sachik? Caught up with your old friends? Einstein's like, huh? Dr. Tesla messaged us in the afternoon. She told me to give this to you. Is there any way to get good characters in gacha, like increasing the chances in PGR characters in particular? In PGR, the best thing you can do is just save all your currency for the guaranteed banners, and then use all your blue cards that you get from doing your bounties on the standard banner. And sometimes events will give you some too. But your black cards you should save for the guaranteed banners. Like, in a few weeks, we're gonna get a new patch in PGR that Rosetta comes out in. She's a new physical tank S rank. So I would specifically try to get her. So just, there's going to be a banner on her launch that's 100% chance in 60 pulls, and you should try to put that. Other than that, you just try. You're going to get an item at the beginning of PGR that lets you pick a character. Most gacha games do this. Honkai does it too. I think you get it at like level 40 after doing some missions. You unlock a egg that lets you pick what S rank you want. Oh, you're giving an example about it. But yeah, you're gonna get an egg in Honkai that lets you pick an S rank. And also, if you're playing on global, actually I think most of the servers are getting a big event on the next patch. But the anniversary for Global's coming out, and they're giving away a lot of freebies on the next patch. So you're going to get a free Fire Rita S rank that's a DPS. And you're also going to get another free character selector that's S rank. It's literally, I think, almost the same or a slightly better one of the one you get at level 40. So just try to spread it out so that you're getting multiple characters that should do well. When you get to that point and you have to pick it, if we're on like Twitch or something, if I'm on Twitch, I can help you, or you can ask about it on the Discord server when you get to that point. but you do get a few guaranteed ones. And then early on in Honkai, the basic banner, it's kind of like how in PGR, the basic banner had a 40 pity when you started. They're even more generous in Honkai. The first 2 pities on the basic banner is only 25 instead of 100. So for the first bit, you will get some S ranks really early. And if you're lucky, you might get some really good ones. But there is some really good characters that are just farmable too. You don't need gacha. But Honkai's pretty generous when it comes to giving free pulls, and you can earn a lot of crystals the further you get into the game. But yeah, you'll be able to get a lot of good characters just by playing and doing all the events and keeping up. What's the pity for Honkai characters? The hard pity is 100 on the character banners, so you're guaranteed at 100 pulls. The pulls are it's almost the same pity as Genshin, because the pulls are a little more expensive, but you get 2 items per pull instead of 1. The basic banner is 25 pity the first 2 times though. And there is a soft pity at 50. So once you pass 50, there's a higher chance to get the character. As far as I remember. I don't think they ever changed that, but as far as I know, that's where soft pity starts, is at 50. So it's relatively early that you get a soft pity. But yeah, again, a lot of the characters you can just farm. Like, you never need to use the gacha characters, they're just generally better. But the game is very generous with free characters. The thing it's not generous with is free gear. Gear is a bit of a grind, but if you're not try-harding, you don't really need the gear. Dr. Tesla messaged us in the afternoon. She told me to give this to you. What is this? While working on Miss Ryden's combat rhyment, she read your data and made one for you as well. I guess she forgot about it when she boarded the Helios in haste. We may need to fine-tune this combat rhyment. Let's take care of that now. Nope. Yay, drive Cometa! Testing defense. Eat that. I punch you. No touchy. Neutralize all hostiles. Aw, of course they gave a laser. Why'd they give a laser? Oh, they just can't do anything in there. Come on, punch me. Can I kill before I overheat? Can I do it? Nope. Just parry it. That went well. The combat rhyment should be ready for battle. Rania wants to ask about the Sea of Quanta, Dr. Einstein. What do you want to ask? Rania read your test records when Grey Serpent hacked the Hyperion mainframe. Our leader, Weltiang, was trapped in the Sea of Quanta as a result of the experiment last year. I didn't talk about him. I didn't want to make you worried. You didn't talk about him because you didn't want to get emotional, Einstein. He chose to stay there. We tried to explore the Sea of Quanta last year, but we woke something in there. The test failed and both of us were sucked into the eye of the deep. Something? I didn't know what it was, but I'm certain it's an enemy of humanity. Welt helped me escape the Sea of Quanta, but he stayed behind to fight it. Did you attempt to rescue? We couldn't. We lacked the technology for that. Making the wrong move will only hinder him further. Why are you asking? Rania was only curious. Don't harbor any fantasies about the Sea of Quanta, Miss Sachik. Its secrets are still beyond us.
Bronya 明白。
Bronya understands.
渴望宝石的定位已经完成了。
Our simulations have located the Gem of Desire. Rest well for the night.
明天我们就
We'll take action tomorrow.
终结技能冷却完成，请下达具体指示。舰长，请传送下一信。
Oh. Again, I did this like a year ago. I rushed it, but I remember some of the images. Teresa's gonna walk up, isn't she? Bronya stared into the distance. As always, every beam of light tried to reach the depths, was refracted by the constant flow. She remembered seeing this as she left the X10 labs in the summer 4 years ago.
原来你在这里 ，Bronya。
You're here, Bronya.
学院长，
Principal Teresa.
怎么了？是可可利亚的事吗？
This is what I remembered. Is it about Cocolia?
Bronya 遇见他，
Bronya met her. It was
发生了
not a
一些不
good
愉快的
meeting.
事。他向你道歉了吗？
Did she apologize?
没有。
Yet.
但
But Rosalia said she regretted what she had done.
那你是怎么想的
But what do you think?
？Bronya 不知道，
Bronya does not know.
铁锈和鲜血的
All
记忆
Bronya knew before 12 was how to obey and kill.
是妈妈
Matushka
把
delivered
带出来的
Bronya
地狱
from hell.
家人、朋友、爱
Matushka gave her a family, friends, and love. All that Bronya ever wanted.
在孤儿院里的2年，
Bronya stayed in the orphanage for 2 years.
那里
It
将会
felt
是
like
自己永
home.
远的家。但是
But
他对你做了很过分的事。
she did something bad to you, I guess.
Bronya 明白御者对妈妈的意义，
Bronya knew Matushka needed Hershers.
她不惜一切代价
She would
去
do
制造，
anything to create or capture Hershers to help the orphanage
能让孤儿
survive.
院的孩子们活下去的方法。可是
But Bronya refuses to harm
都不想
Wendy
伤害
or
温蒂
May.
和雅伊姐姐。
She's like PTSD right now. She's just reliving it in her head, thinking about it.
你没有做错什么，你的选择
You
是
did
对的。
nothing wrong, Bronya. You've always made the right choice.
不管出于
Yeah.
什么理由，她都不
Terry
应该
showing
强迫
her
你做不愿
age,
意的事
being the mature
更何
one.
况是用那种方式。
No one should force you to go against your wishes. Her measures were terrible too.
Bronya 不想
Kinda,
否认
yeah, she probably
或许
did.
从妈妈那里得到的爱，
But she also probably learned it from the school,
那时候妈妈的所
having
作
to
所为
raise all the kids, learning how to deal with them and take care of them. Yeah. Bronya can't deny Matushka's love, but Bronya can't forgive Matushka's actions.
Bronya 不知道应该如何
Bronya is conflicted about Matushka.
或许可可利亚对
Perhaps
孩子的感情
Cocolia
是
really
真的
loves her
但她一
children,
定不
but
懂
love must be
尊重
based
才
on
是真正的爱
respect.
她得明白
She
孩子
must
是会
know
长
that
大的
children do not, or that children do grow up.
尊重
Respect.
大人也会胆怯
Adults
也会
also
迷茫
experience fear
也
and
会在看不见
confusion
答案
when
的
there's
时候
no
不知
answer in
所措
sight.
正是在这种时
In
候她不
situations
能
like
逃避
this, you must
她相
stand
信你自己
firm
的
and
选择没有
believe in the
错
right thing, Bronya.
你是圣弗雷亚学园的顶尖学生
You're one of the best
优秀的女武
students
神
of Saint Freya
为人类
and a
而战的
great
战士
Valkyrie warrior fighting for humanity.
这所有的一切都是你自己创造
I
的
don't care about why you did that. The truth is that you did do all of that.
Bronya
Believe in
相信自己
yourself, Bronya.
你已经不
You're
是
not
小
a
孩子
child
了
anymore.
总觉得这番话从学院长口中说出来有点不适应
Bronya is unaccustomed to Principal Teresa sharing words of wisdom. Has there been any hint of it? Not that I know of, no. And I mean, that might be... I mean, they might be doing it for obvious reasons, for comfort reasons, but... just for the players. But it could also just be she never physically reached adulthood, so maybe she has no interest in it. But yeah, I don't know. But also just the way she was brought up, it's probably the furthest thing from her mind is people to spend her own time with. Ronya's unaccustomed to Principal Teresa sharing words of wisdom.
说什么傻话呢？
Ah, don't flatter me. Hey, wait.
不过，说出来以后，
Bronya feels
Bronya
much better
心里舒服多。
already. Bronya shall continue
Bronya
to work
会
hard.
试着努力的。加油 ，Bronya！
Alright,
你一定
Bronya.
能做到的。
I know you can do it. I mean, it's kind of sad, but the thing too is there's a lot of people like her in real life where she kind of skipped that step and she instantly was put in charge of the school. And I mean, even one of the students was her own niece, right? Like, to her, she's already like a parental figure, probably. And so she kind of skipped a step and she doesn't care about that step. She's just taking care of the kids that are in her care. Alright, Bronya, I know you can do it.
谢谢你，学员长。
Spasibo, Principal Teresa.
正在观察当前敌方能量波动已消失，判断任务完成。
Again, all these little family things are just so sweet. And we still haven't even seen the one I remembered first earlier.
Bronya 到达配置地点。
Oh fuck, is this it? Cocolia holding the picture from the orphanage. It's her whole... That's her whole motivation. Everything Cocolia cares about is those kids. Because we know that's why Cocolia joined the military originally, is she wanted to save money and run an orphanage. Because she was an orphan, and she wanted to make sure that no kids were left unloved. Hate Cocolia all you want for what she did. I mean, I understand it. I don't like what she did either. I hate her for it, but I can... It's the same idea as Otto. I respect the hell out of her. She's doing her best to be a good mom. She's making mistakes, but she's doing her best for the kids she cares about. All the family stuff in this chapter. God damn it. Beep, beep. Unexpected fluctuations in the deep. What happened? I'll have an engineer bot check it out. Beep. Greetings. May I be of service? Switch voice prompts off. Voice prompt off. We're a ball. This is just silly and fun. I wish they'd do a few more silly things like this. An alarm. I need to get around it. Not the most secure alarm I've ever seen, but you know. More alarms, thankfully. They don't block anything. I've seen so many people Oh! Gem of Desire. Do it. Someone else at the deep? According to plan, Einstein will enter the eye. Do not harm the children. That must be Cocolia. She's planning something. Who is she talking to? About that thing. We've received intel. Judgment of Shemesh. Oh. I wonder if that's where they found Siegfried. If they found Siegfried because of Cocolia's intel. I'm trying to not miss any dialogue, so I'm going very slow. This might be the end of it, though. The Cocolia. Detected. Wait, Cocolia. You've been followed. Well, the sword belonged to Kevin. Kevin was the one it was originally made for, because he's the only one who could use it. How to get stigmatas? There's some that you can craft. That's where you're going to get a lot of them. You also will get random ones while pulling for characters in gacha. The really good ones are gacha, but there are some you can craft as well. On top of that, you'll also be given a bunch of free ones. But early game, it's not as grindy. Because early game, you don't want the really crazy expensive ones. You want to get some of the cheaper ones. And the game will give you some. There's a beginner event at the bottom of the screen when you're in your first 2 months. And you can do that beginner event to try and unlock everything they give you. But for crafting your beginner stuff, there's a bunch of stigmata that you can make with the Honkai cubes, the like purple cubes that you can get when doing missions. Eventually you can unlock a farming mission to farm them. And there's a few decent sets with those. And then next you're going to need to farm up for these things that look like white crosses. You'll start to be able to get them around level 30 or something like that. 30, 35. And the white crosses are a little rare. They're expensive, but those are much better pieces to get. I'm trying to think. What was the set called? There's a Fuhua set that's made with the white cross things that you should try to get at least one full set of it. Dang it, I can't remember the name of it. But there is a set that's gotten with the white cross that once you can get it, that's one you should get. It's really good for supports, but it's also pretty good for fire DPS early on. And again, like I said, tomorrow there's going to be a new patch, and everyone is getting a really good free fire DPS. Buzz. We've been compromised. Sex is no longer operational. It's probably captured. I think I've heard that voice before. Cocolia's hiding something. I need to contact Madame Teresa. Look around. Grey Serpent, you're interesting, but fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. But yeah, there's a bunch of gacha stigmata that you can actually craft, but they do take a long time to craft. Discretion is better than valor. Secrecy is also a useful skill. Yeah, you're getting, it's a Fire Rita suit. It's completely free. And then, like I said, at level 40 in the beginner event, you unlock a free S rank egg that lets you pick a character. And as part of the event that's coming out, you're getting another S rank selector. That is another free character. You can pick between, I think, 15 or 16 different characters that are in that one. I'll look at it once I'm done with this. But you've made a fatal error, Einstein. Scientists do need discretion, but a spy needs something else. This planet is out of safe places. Actually, is this the end of part 2? Because if it's the end of part 2, I'll show it to you. Honkai beasts everywhere. And we were told what would make the Honkai beasts come. Okay, yeah, that was the end of part 2 of this chapter. So I just got one more chapter, one part of the chapter to do. But before I do that, I'll quickly show you. Like, for one, what I was talking about was... Oh, a bunch of stuff expired. Crystals. But it is this set. The Fuhua Musician set is a really good set. So you can go into Forge. All these G1s are expensive. They're kind of hard to get. G1 is cheaper. It's easier to farm for, but it still takes a while to farm for these sets. I think of all of these... Cleopatra... Was it M or B? That's good for paralyzed characters. The main one in here that's kind of good to get is Higokumaru is good for some fire characters. And a little cheap, although there's G2 ones to get as well. But mostly you want to go to this basic set at the bottom, and a lot of these are cheaper and they're better to get. Marco Polo is one of the best free-to-play physical sets for physical characters. Rasputin is okay for ice characters, it's not the best, but... and then some of these are single pieces that are good. Hubble is good for ice characters. This one is probably the best one to get for most ice characters. And then Fuhua Musician. It's good for fire characters in general, but it's best for supports. But you can see it takes the white crosses and the purple cubes. But going even cheaper than that... Well, this is one too, Gluttony. Gluttony is one of the best of these single pieces. It's not part of a set, but it's a support piece that lets you buff your teammates by picking up candy that drops around you. And then Teresa Origins, you should get 1 or 2 sets of this for free by the game. The game is just going to give you a set of this, or it might tell you to craft it. This is a really good physical support set, and it's really good on Teresa. It further buffs Teresa. So a lot of people use it on like Starlit Astrologos, which is a farmable Teresa set character. You can also use it on like a Bronya, just because it gives the physical buff to your teammates. Trying to think of other ones. This one you are going to get a lot of. The Ryunosuke. You will get at least 1 set of this for free. This is the cheapest, decent physical set. So this is probably what you're going to use on physical characters early on. And then Wang Xiaojun is a basic fire set. Again, I think you might get one of these for free. And it's pretty good. Like, that'll probably be the best thing you could do early game for fire. There is... was Yorodono fire? No, this one's one of those weird sets that's all over the place. Okay. So I think 1 or 2 of these pieces are good for fire. Yeah, the middle piece is okay for fire. So you might not be able to do sets early on, but again, I would say some of the best ones here... Oh, and Roald was another one. This one's really good ice support. But I would say, like, you should get Ryunosuke for free. You should get a Wang Xiaojun for free, I think. Why does it say I can... Oh, because I probably already have 3 of these. You can't have more than 3 of the same one. Edison is decent for some electric supports and characters. Like, you can use this on Fischl, I believe. Because I think this is... Yeah, entity summoned gain damage. So this one's good for Fischl. Teresa again, physical support, Roald, ice support, but this also just helps all elementals. You have the Ryunosuke set? Yeah, that's a really good just physical set to start with. But yeah, eventually the sets you really want to craft eventually is going to be Wuhua Musician, you're going to want one set of for supports, and when you get the new fire character, this will probably be the best set to put on her to start with. And then also just Marco Polo. Marco Polo's a really good... It's just a really good physical set for almost any physical DPS. Like, if I was to look at this character, I don't think I have it yet on this character, on this account. Maybe I do? Oh, I do have it, okay. But like, if I go here, it says it's top pick. Almost every single physical character is going to have these two as top pick. This is the low level one, and then this is the better one. Like, if I was to just go... Where's a random physical DPS that I'm not using? Like, she's a physical DPS. If I go in here, top pick, top pick. Like, this is beginner. This one is you're starting to get a little further into the game. I think it actually tells you that, actually. Yeah, for beginners, it'll say what to use. For economic, this is what most people will aim for. And then this is the gacha. This is the expensive one in the middle. So, the bottom one is what you'd always aim for your DPSs. Your supports can wait a little longer, but this is what you're generally going to aim for. But this is the early game cheap stuff that you can get. The top picks can be weird sometimes. Just read the abilities, and if it sounds weird, then maybe not. Like, one example, I think Carol, who's a support, ignore the fact that she's literally using it. But I'm pretty sure for her, her top picks are all DPS sets too, when technically she should be support sets. But yeah, if you just read them and think about it, you should be fine. Okay, we got 4 more. Is it past noon? It is past noon. I can claim extra stamina. I don't have to waste any. Oh, and did I get a chest yet in this account? Nope, free chest. This is something you want to make sure you do. Go into Cyclic on bundles in the shop. Get the Homu Horde. Everyone gets one of these for free a week. And there's a chance that you can get pulls from it. But again, I would save your pulls for now, if you can, until tomorrow, because there's going to be a spending event with the next patch. Hey, see? You can get pulls. There's a free pull right there that I can do tomorrow. How many do I have saved up? I have a bit on this account. I have more on my other account, but... getting there. Yeah, be really careful with crafting weapons, because the weapons are very expensive. Especially the lower ones, because they just use 150 of these. Be very careful crafting these. Of the weapons that cost these black things down here, the only ones that I'd craft... honestly, of these ones, Onyx Iron, you're going to get a free one of these. You're going to get a free Onyx Iron in the beginner event if you get far enough. But Onyx Iron is just a really good generic scythe. Call of Crescent, I believe, is just a decent generic bow for the bow characters, because we're starting to get a few bow characters. But a lot of these are kind of just not good. Lucia is good if you get the Fire Durandal, and if you like her. It's a good weapon for her. But other than that, no one else uses it. Just the one character, an A-rank Durandal. But yeah, most of these aren't really worth getting. What you want to do for early weapons is if you go into... went back. If you go into Chronicles, when you 100% a story, which means you have to do story mode, get through the story, and then after you finish the story, you can do challenge mode. And if you finish all of these challenges, which are just like clear all of them perfectly, do it 20 times. Sometimes it's like earn 20,000 points total, and you'll see if I click on one of these, it tells you I've gotten 936 from this one before, so I'd have to do that like 20 times. But once you clear all these, you get a reward. Like this one, it's a cross. And this is a very strong early game cross. And each of these tiers has one. This one has a stigma instead, has Picasso, which is okay, it's not that good. But then this one has a sword, a heavy sword. Over here you've got a cannon. Over here you have pistols for like Kiana or Talon. This one's high level, so this will take a long time to get to. But this is a really good, just free fist weapon. But yeah, crafting weapons is usually not worth it unless you're getting bigger ones. Like, as an example for crafting bigger ones, these ones up here are really strong weapons, but you don't usually want to craft most of them. Like, let's just look at some of them. Demon Blade Florid Sakura is a best-in-slot weapon for Flame Sakitama. Magstorm is really good for Darkbolt Jonin, who is a character you're going to get for free. Hyper Railguns is kind of gimmicky, but it's good for Night Moonbeam if you get her. But the nice thing about a lot of these weapons, you don't have to finish them. You can craft the spirit, which is like a material for them, and you can use this as a weapon. It's only like 75% of the power, but it's still a really strong weapon that you can use, and you don't have to use all the materials from crafting the final weapon. You just have to deal with having weird glowy red weapons. But using these red ones, the spirit weapons, is a really good early game choice for characters that can use them. Like, Briareus Pre is a really good weapon for Bronya. But, like, examples of these... This one's very gimmicky for one character, but Briareus Pre Spirit is a really good weapon to get. Demon Blade Florid Sakura, good weapon to get Spirit of. Magstorm, good Spirit. Ice Epithelium, this is only if you have Memento, the Sakura Ice. A Rita Rosweiss and Ace Sele is my current team. Which Teresa is it? I'm trying to think. Was there more than one Teresa S rank, now that I think about it? Is it this one or this one? This one is a support. This one is a really good physical support. This one is a pretty good physical DPS. Not the best in the game, but it's pretty good. And she comes with a free skin. When you get her, you get this skin for free. And then she has a cute Wonderland one, but that costs money. But yeah, let's finish the story, and then if you want and have more questions, I can answer those. Okay, so the mecha one? Okay, yeah, so that one's more of a DPS. A 50-hit combo. I actually have to do a combo now? Oh, it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna have Judah. Okay, Bridge of the Hyperion. Principal Teresa, Bronya could not locate Dr. Einstein. Why is this happening? Bronya last saw her in the prep chamber, but is now empty, save for a message on the screen. A complex algorithm for locating the Gem of Desire was left on the display. It was just as Einstein had said. She made all the preparations for retrieving the gem. Einstein would have told us if that was the case. I suspect something. Principal, violent Honkai energy reactions were detected on the Pacific seafloor. Nearby Honkai beasts are converging towards the deep. Honkai beasts. Could it be? I'm just not gonna do charge attacks so I can get more hits. Oh, I'm gonna freaking miss out on my combo. Eat my combos. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna hit 50. Oh well. Teresa, Bronya. What did you do, Cocolia? The Honkai beasts are attacking the deep. I was about to ask you the same thing. The eye has been activated. The Honkai beasts are attracted to its energy. The portal to the Sea of Quanta is open? Get out of my way. We're going in. All yours, Teresa. I won't be in your way, especially when you're marching towards hell. But I forbid Bronya to go with you. The eye is out of control. Thousands of Honkai beasts are heading this way. Shixel will not stand idle. We're doomed if we stay. We've decided to give up the deep. Leave with us. Bronya must do something. What can you do? Listen to your Matushka. Leave with us. Bronya refuses. Tactical mech, stop her right there. Oh. I feel like I have to do this, but I'm also gonna use this. I have to use Bronya for this. Bronya has to be the one to stop it. Oh, okay, it finally ended. I was gonna say, like, it seemed glitched because it wasn't ending. Why don't I have the good gun? I don't want lasers. Okay. Can you not? Oh, you know what? I'll punch you. Funny punch. Come back, Bronya. Bronya is no longer a child, Matushka. She has grown up a long time ago. Rosa, Lily, Bronya is heading to the deep. Go help her. Do not approach the Sea of Quanta. Aye. Curses. Cocolia slammed her fist into the wall, and blood began to trickle down from her fresh wounds. Ghostly footsteps echoed in the darkness. A figure slowly appeared. I'm impressed, Cocolia. I'm not in the mood to entertain you, vile worm. I must admit, you're the best partner I've ever dealt with. I have to applaud the way you turned the unfavorable situation around. I don't know how you're always ready to sacrifice anything in your disposal. You are an outstanding Matushka, Cocolia. The serpent approves. Why, Bronya? Why? He's literally just doing everything to try and keep Bronya away from this place. And Bronya won't listen. No sign of Dr. Einstein. Energy fluctuations in the eye are intensifying. Damn it, we're getting more and more Honkai beasts. Hey, are you doing alright? Rosa, Lily. Don't worry, Bronya. We're here to help. Oops, incoming enemies. They're just like the roaches in the orphanage. Endless. Kinda gross. The Honkai beast is invading this place from the sea. We must activate the pressure control system to flush them out. Well, that was an easier 50-hit combo. No. Grabs. There we go. Down it goes. Next. Oh, this looks a little different. Oh, the water went away. What? Why was there water? Oh, the whole place is flooded. Oh, the Honkai beasts literally flooded the place. Oh, we're literally draining the water out. Okay. Okay, that's a little scarier than I thought. The base was actually flooding. In the expeditions... Oh, I just remembered you can farm literally ready-made weapons in Honkai now, too. You could do it before, but it was a little more annoying. There goes the water. Drains down another stage. Oh, that's so cool. I had no idea this place was actually flooded by them breaking in. That's kind of crazy. And yeah, there are some farmable weapons from that, and you even get to pick which one you want. A better thing about that mission, though, is you can actually recycle those weapons for upgrade mats for your higher level stuff. So you can use a couple of them early on, and then when you don't need them, you can just recycle those weapons. Oh. You know what, let's play with Bronya a little. I want the better gun. I don't like this gun on Bronya. This gun's boring. I don't feel too good about this place, Rosa. I feel something is staring at us. Yeah, I feel kinda dizzy. I don't remember eating any weird stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's just the fact that they're half Honkai. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm sure you'll catch up eventually. Yeah. Have a good night if you're going to sleep. I'll probably be going only for like another 20-30 minutes. Looks like I'm getting close to the end. Well, I'm glad the battle's over. Oops, battle ain't over. Here they come again. Curses. I think every Honkai beast in the ruins is heading this way. A horde of Honkai beasts appeared right after Lilia spoke of her words. This horde quickly swamped the place. Is this a joke or something? I guess every beast in the Pacific is headed this way. This has to be the worst timing ever. We must hold them back. We can't afford to lose the deep. Let a real adult take care of this. Bronya, get the girls to safety. Don't get too close to me. The heavy chains were extended, tugging the Crimson Cross towards Teresa. Flashback. Can you uninstall Glepnir or do something about it? Of course, so long as you're ready. I'm more than ready. Blood Knight Moonlight. Activate. Oh, water. Huh. Oh, the water went away. I wonder if that was just a loading issue. Stupid cube. Don't interrupt my combo. Level 3 restrictions lifted. I don't think she gets as much combo in her ult, but does a lot more damage. There's the combo. Yeah. I mean, she's part Honkai beast. She's terrifyingly strong. She's pushing her limits. This hurts my hand, just constantly hitting the attack button. Oh, is there no charge attack during her ult? Ah. Almost there. My hand hurts. We did it. Oh, Honkai B screams. The roaring horde assaulted the Blood Knight. She faced a legion of carapace horrors with horns, fangs, and claws gleaming with death. But none of them could land a hit on her. Her bloodied spears and chains ripped through the Honkai Legion. In a furious storm of blades and chains, all the monsters were shattered into pieces. Battle was far from over. The Honkai horde dwindled at an astonishing pace, but her innate senses warned her that danger had yet to pass. Something's coming. Principal, Bronya detected a strong energy signature, and it's approaching fast. Wait, what is that? The energy signature is coming straight from the eye of the deep. Something is approaching. Beakhand. Didn't this guy have a weird name? Whoa, that's a big one. Tlaloc? I think it's Tlaloc. Well, let's go beat up a Tlaloc, assuming that's what it is. Hey, Tlaloc. My memory isn't that bad. What is that? Is there mechanics to this fight? I don't know. What is this? What is this? I don't know what it is. What are the corrupt organ things for? Is it just like an ad? Target him. Hey, simps that call it cute. I mean, I'm not entirely surprised. I know people. People are weird. I didn't even know he ever does that. Get rid of the Honkai. Well, a little late. Already got him. Huh. Apparently that boss had more mechanics. That's kind of cool. It almost makes me wish that I didn't do as much damage. But there we go. The unknown enemy is headed back into the Sea of Quanta. Okay, so it's not dead, just going back. Makes sense. Wait, energy levels of the Sea of Quanta are falling. Is the portal to the Sea of Quanta collapsing? The monstrosity's final struggles obliterated the platform that the girls stood on. The shattered rubble separated the girls from one another. Bronya's mind raced. She was the only one capable of making the next move. Reason commanded her to ensure her own safety, join her friends, and devise a strategy. But the eye would close at any moment. Einstein was gone, and she was the only one who could reopen it. Very soon, Shixel would take advantage of the chaos and besiege the ruins. If that was to happen, the Gem of Desire will be forever lost to them. What should she do? Neither the principal nor Dr. Einstein could give her advice. Bronya must decide. This is our final chance. Wait, Bronya. Have no fear, Rosa. Bronya will be back. Bronya then leaped into the swirling depths. Is this the Sea of Quanta? Who are you? He's so small. Oh, and the butterfly diary. Teaser. Teaser for next week. Although... I wonder, should I continue the story next week? Or should I look for... What's it called again? Should I look for the anti-entropy visual novel and look at that first to learn more about Welt? I'm not sure what order would make more sense. I think maybe after this after the next chapter, so after chapter 11, I'll probably do the AE visual novel just to get caught up. And then soon we're going to have to do the World Serpent manga as well. The one thing that I never really understood was that why they're Honkai PC. For the Honkai beasts in the sea, I mean, it's probably just everywhere. Honkai is probably literally just everywhere. For him to get beasts to control, I mean, we've even seen, I'm pretty sure, Raven do it. Because, so I don't know. I think the Honkai, they're basically just living things, right? The beasts. So they're probably easy to manipulate. I'm pretty sure there's a bit more of a special story with Tlaloc, but I don't fully know. But technically, I mean, any mantis is part Honkai, so in theory you would think that maybe they could manipulate Honkai to some degree if they know what they're doing. We don't fully know what the Honkai is 100%. That's one of the big theories, but I don't think we actually have a 100% answer of what it is. So it's really hard to say. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I feel like Tlaloc might just be a special case. Or maybe even Tlaloc isn't in Kevin's control. Maybe Tlaloc is just a really big Honkai beast that somehow survived trapped in the Sea of Quanta. And when they opened the gateway, Tlaloc tried coming out because it sensed that it was open. Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually being used by him, although to a degree he uses them, right? Because technically he's the one in charge of Project Stigma. And as far as I know, Project Stigma is just infusing people with Honkai energy to make them resistant to it. Or hope that they're resistant to it. But I don't know. It's something interesting to see, because as far as we know, I think the story is heading in a direction where Kevin's becoming the main villain. We're gonna find out a lot more about him in the future. Oh boy. This I could never forget. So that one... This one's a short chapter, the 11EX. That's probably when I'm gonna start watching some of the anime again. Maybe we'll do, now that we've read a lot of the manga, we got a lot of the backstory. Maybe whatever we do, Diane Sojourn, maybe next week, maybe the week after, we'll also watch, like, Cooking with the Valkyries. Just get some cuteness in our life. Maybe watch a couple episodes of it. Maybe watch some of, the Elf Academy, I don't know. I think we watched, what, 4 or 5 episodes, I think? I think that was on the day that we did Chapter 9. We watched Elf Academy a few episodes. But, yeah. This one is really long, if I remember right. Yeah, you unlock the portal to World 1. Yeah, manifests and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's really long. Yeah, 18 missions. That'd be pretty weird, but interesting. If they could pull that off, like, I'll just say, that sounds impossible. That just sounds weird. But I know MiHoYo, and everything they've done with Otto and a lot of the other characters, I think they could pull it off if they really tried. And if they pulled something crazy like that off and it made sense and the story was good, that would probably be like the most epic finale. Because if we're banding together with the Honkai, that essentially means the war is over. That would literally be peace. But 18, there's stuff to read, but it's relatively small. And then isn't there bonus stages, these worlds? I think there's 5 stages in these, and you have to do them to finish. So that's 33 stages, half of them are really short. Today took 3 hours, this is probably going to be like 5 hours. When we do chapter 11, it's probably going to be like a 5-hour stream, 5-6 hour stream. Assuming I don't get distracted and slow down. Because that's me. It happens. But yeah, I'll probably be doing this next week and doing this. Yeah, it kind of makes it feel that way, doesn't it? But we'll see. But yeah. So, next story stream, I don't know which day. I have to figure out what all I have to do next week. $12. It's not gonna be that long. This stream will probably... Doing this chapter will probably take like 5-6 hours. But... we'll see. It'll probably be next Monday or Wednesday. I'm not sure. But, we've got a lot of Honkai and some PGR tomorrow. But we're doing all our Bianca pulls. I'm going to be starting with Honkai tomorrow instead of PGR. Gonna be starting with Honkai. We're going to watch a few videos. Going to watch the anniversary stream that they did on the weekend. I think it's 30 minutes. That's going to be the first thing. And then we've got Otto's Chronicle. We got, not called a Chronicle, but it's basically Durandal's backstory. And then they released a new one this morning that's like an anniversary trailer, an anniversary teaser. So I'm curious to see that one too. We'll watch all those. Then we'll get into Honkai, do polls, some Elysian Realm. Friday's probably going to be APHO2, assuming it's available right away. If it's not available right away, I might have to change the schedule, what I do. But I have no idea what I have to do next week. I'm going to have to sort that out this weekend. But for sure, this will be one day next week on YouTube. Kinda excited for it. It was, Today's was a bit of an emotional one, with just a lot of family stuff with Bronya. But I still say, as much as people hate Cocolia, I can't remember, I think one of these in the middle had Cocolia looking at the photo of all the girls from the orphanage. It's one of my favorite moments in this. And then, I can't remember, I think it was one of these. It might have been, you know what, it might have been this mission. I think it might have been 10-9 where Bronya and Teresa have the heart-to-heart. Oh, my heart. Bronya needed that so bad. Oh, I feel like all the characters need that. All the characters are so messed up. But yeah. That's the plans. I'm gonna try and sort a lot of the videos into playlists today. So I'm gonna put all the Honkai videos into a Honkai playlist. I'm gonna put all of the, like all the PGR in a PGR playlist, and I'll try to sort it. And then I'm also gonna do story one. So there's gonna be one that's just the Honkai mains, all the Honkai story on this account that I've been redoing. I'll probably include the side stuff. So APHO and Sakura Samsara, Teresa's Chronicles will be in there too. And it'll just be the story stuff, not events. That one probably won't be on the main page, but it'll be in the playlist page. Just sorting it so that everyone can see it better. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I liked that chapter. I knew it had some emotional moments, but it had a lot more than I thought. I love the dynamic of all the orphans and all the... I guess they're just all sisters, right? All the sisters. I love the dynamic of them. They're really cute. We need to get Sele with them. We need to see some cutes with Sele. So, that's our goal in the story. We gotta save Sele. But yeah. As usual, down below in the description I have links to my Discord and to my Twitter. It's where I announce all my streams, keep up with everyone, and give updates when needed. There's also a link to my Twitch, which is where I do a lot of my longer streams, just more casual playing. I do Elysian Realm there, do a lot of my dailies and messing around. I give a lot of advice to people. I do that sometimes on YouTube like I did earlier. But do a lot of PGR, Honkai. If I have time, I'll do Genshin. I do enjoy Genshin. Just don't stream it as often. And yeah, tomorrow there's a new patch. I think the servers are going down in, geesh, 10 hours? Maybe less than 10 hours? Servers are going down. So, tomorrow, gonna be doing polls and videos. Look forward to it. Yeah, you too. Have a good day. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. See ya next time. Rah.